Hey, what is up mortals? It is Rosalio Turbiartes here with a new video for you. In this video, we'll dive into the story of Vegeta from the Dragon Ball anime. I just wanted to greet you guys by saying just sit back and relax. You're in for a treat. So let's get started. In this deep dive, we will be exploring the dark past of the Saiyan Prince, Vegeta. Vegeta was first premiered in the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z, where he was introduced as an adversary to Goku. But after some time, the two learned that they had one thing in common: a combined hatred of the Galactic Emperor Frieza. Vegeta's history is a complex one, following the destructions of the Saiyan's home planet, aptly named Planet Vegeta. By Frieza's army, Vegeta found himself serving under the Emperor in his elite task force, also aptly named the Frieza Force. Despite this subservience, Vegeta hated Frieza and longed for the chance to overthrow him and reclaim the Saiyan race. But the only way he will be able to combat Frieza's incredible strength will be to seek immortality from the legendary Dragon Balls. This is where we cross paths with the Earth race Saiyan, Goku, who didn't believe that Vegeta was worthy of immortality and wanted to stop him by any means necessary. And despite Vegeta's years of training and tactical knowledge, Goku was able to subdue him, not once, but twice, both times beating Vegeta within an inch of his life. After their second fight, however, Goku and Vegeta unite together on planet Namek to stop Frieza from achieving his own goal of immortality. And again, even though Vegeta contributed significantly to the fight, it is Goku who eventually ends Frieza's life. From this point forward, Vegeta would constantly struggle to surpass Goku and prove that he is the superior Saiyan, cementing his position in the series as now less of a villain and more of a rival companion. After Frieza's death, Vegeta was allowed to live on Earth for an indefinite period of time, with Goku's childhood friend Bulma offering to house him. During his stay, he actually found himself getting into relations with Bulma and actually got her pregnant with their first child, Trunks, who, if you want to learn more about, you can check out our video on him. And although we never actually got to see the ceremony on camera, Vegeta refers to Bulma as his wife from this point on. Despite his nature of his conception, Vegeta accepts Trunks fully as his child. Looking at Vegeta physically, he is well known to be one of the shorter Dragon Ball leads, standing at about 5 feet 5 inches, assuming you don't count large spikes of hair that he grows on his head. He has a muscular build and very angular, sharp features with a jawline that could cut diamonds. Moving beyond his physical looks, Vegeta also has a very diverse closet that he chooses from, depending on his situation. The Saiyan armor Vegeta first debuts in is rather simple. It is a durable blue jumpsuit with a white-yellow chestplate with a broad shoulder pads thrown over the top of it. To match his chestplate, he also wears a pair of white boots and gloves. Earlier in Dragon Ball Z, this outfit also included a scouter, which is essentially a pair of glasses that could detect someone's power level. But after the Namek arc, the power levels that Vegeta would try to read would be too high for the scouter to register, and they would short circuit. Instead, from this point on, the characters just opt for simply telling us that the character is strong rather than tying a number to their strength. It is also important to note that on certain occasions, Goku and his son Gohan have worn these outfits to help demonstrate their Saiyan pride, but this was only in a few episodes. After settling down on Earth, Vegeta has since retired his armor for combat situations, opting for a more casual tank top and a pair of jogging pants to fight in. Although, Vegeta will wear his Saiyan armor for special occasions. Outside of combat, Vegeta's casual Earth clothing is straightforward. Typically, you will see him in a button-up tropical shirt with comfortable pants and slacks to go with it. This is despite living in the luxurious Capsule Corporation headquarters with Bulma and her family. While Vegeta is not very materialistic, he has high, lofty expectations for the service he should receive, given that he is a prince, although Bulma is often the one to make sure that these expectations stay in check. Even though the prince's tastes haven't changed since coming to Earth, he has actually had a substantial personality shift from the transition of Saiyan to Earthling. After coming to Earth, Vegeta didn't have an interest in conquering the universe. Instead, he would rather prove his superiority over those he fights against. This thought comes with the idea of Saiyan pride, a complex and often misguided range of ideals that Vegeta leads himself by as a Saiyan. This thought process has been known to get Vegeta in trouble in many situations, with the most notable instance being allowing himself to be mind-controlled by a wizard named Babidi, just so he could be stronger than Goku in a fight. As a result, he unwittingly killed hundreds of innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. Following this, Vegeta felt tremendous shame for what he had done, and later, when they were fighting Babidi's creation, Majin Buu, he sacrificed his life for the chance to save the people he killed. This selfless act demonstrates a shift in Vegeta's mentality, moving him away from the idea of selfishness and pride, allowing him to fight something bigger than himself. This is demonstrated after the fight with Majin Buu when Vegeta has another child with Bulma to give birth to his daughter Bola. Mere moments after her birth, however, Vegeta is forced to compete in the Tournament of Power hosted by the Honor King to fight for his universe's fate. Despite all of the things that Vegeta fights for in his life, he dedicates this final fight not to his pride, not to the Saiyan race, but to his family and to fight for all of humanity. And that concludes the canon story of Vegeta. Before we get back to the video, I'd like to talk about our new channel, Celestia. Our channel, dedicated to all things Dungeons and Dragons. Currently, we have a series breaking down different spells and D&D, and soon, we'll be starting some new series as well. So if you're a fan of D&D or have an interest learning about it, check it out. Additionally, if there's something you've always wanted to get to see made into a video, head over there and leave a comment mentioning it. Now, with that out of the way, let's get back into the dive. Moving on to Vegeta's second moveset, it is essential to remember that Vegeta is a warrior prince. With that status comes an expansive catalog of fighting techniques that have been at his disposal throughout the years. In this deep dive, we will explore all the canonical moves in the Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super series. Any moves featured in the non-canonical entries into the series will be omitted. Let's begin with Vegeta's signature move, the Gun. It is a move similar to Goku's Kamehameha in the sense that at its core is that the move consists of firing a large ray of energy toward the enemy. The key difference is the color of the Gun is purple instead of yellow. The way the Gun is performed is creating two concentrated energy sources in the palm of the user's hand, and then combining them to create a beam pointed towards his opponent. From this, Vegeta was able to develop the Gun. The Gun acts very much like the Gun, except instead of one large burst of energy, the Gun uses a man smaller burst fired in rapid succession. Vegeta further developed the move into the Final Flash, which he made during his time in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber to prepare for the Cell games. This move is very similar to the previous iterations, but due to training, Vegeta can handle much more energy than he was able to previously, with a notable difference being ki energy shifting from purple to yellow. This shift is notable because it's aligned with the color of Goku's ki energy. Some people argue that this is a suggestion of Vegeta's shift in motivation towards fighting for a more righteous fight for his family and all of humanity for that matter. Although it's an interesting theory, it seems to be thrown away during the World's Martial Arts Tournament when he allowed himself to be put under control of the Wizard Babidi. However, while he was under his control, Vegeta developed a new move called the Final Impact. Also known as the Atomic Impact, this move is very similar to those previously listed, except he could do it with just a flick of his finger, given to how precise the beam is compared to the Gun. It can focus much more energy on a specific part of the body. Because of this, it is common for this blast to be able to pierce through someone's body entirely. The final move that Vegeta has canonly learned is the Gamma Burst attack. Unlike all of Vegeta's other moves, the Gamma Burst can strike multiple enemies at once in the surrounding radius of Vegeta. This move is used as a last resort when Vegeta is surrounded by foes much stronger than him. However, this move takes a heavy toll on Vegeta's body, so he can only use it when it's an absolute emergency. On top of these moves though, Vegeta has different forms he may take to fight better. The first one is one that all Saiyans have access to, and that is the Great Ape. It is an ability when a Saiyan is exposed to any planet's moon. They begin to transform into a towering gorilla that is capable of destroying a whole world in mere hours. Vegeta has only been known to take this form once in the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z. However, he is quickly defeated following the removal of Vegeta's monkey tail, which serves as a catalyst for the transformation. Besides that, Vegeta has followed Goku's footsteps in learning how to become a Super Saiyan and go beyond Super Saiyan to forms such as Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. The difference in these forms is not so much physical, but more so in power level. With each phase of Super Saiyan that Vegeta and Goku can unlock, they are able to increase their power tenfold compared to the form that they held previously. Some of the forms include Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, and even more beyond that. But this is all assuming that Vegeta doesn't fuse his power with anyone else, because also at his disposal is the power of fusion. In Dragon Ball, two people can fuse by using an ancient fusion dance, or by utilizing the Potara earring artifacts. Vegeta's only canon fusing partner thus far has been Goku, to create the form Vegeta by fusing. The power level of the Saiyans multiply by each other's own strength. Then with that power, they can further multiply it by becoming Super Saiyan, or any other Super Saiyan variations. However, if the duo were to do the fusion incorrectly, they will merge into an inferior form nicknamed Beku. It's a short, more round version of Vegeta. Unlike the standard transformation, Beku is egregiously slow and incredibly weak compared to either of the fighters individually. This form has only made one appearance while Vegeta and Goku were first learning how to fuse. Even when the fusion dance is performed correctly, it is rare for Vegeta to be willingly to fuse with Goku simply because he believes that engaging in 2-on-1 combat is shameful and cowardly. Although there have been multiple occasions he's agreed to fuse against an opponent that threatens the world, such as Majin Buu. Even though there's a lot for Vegeta to work with here in terms of combat abilities, I'm sure this is only the tip of the iceberg. Even though the Dragon Ball anime has ceased production, the manga is still being published, with more stories being produced. And if there's one thing to know about Saiyans, is that only given more time, they will find even more ways to assert themselves as the most powerful beings in the multiverse. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information. Thus far, I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few things I like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, if you're in the mood of some great storytelling, We the Celestials has got you covered. Our We the Celestials, My Hero Academia, and Naruto What If channels retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I'd like to extend you an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being that we only accept members from 16 and up to join our crew. You can sign up whichever category fulfills your interest by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for new members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video. So thank you all for watching and have a great day.